those like romaine kind of put them together. There's your dog. There's your dog making an appearance. Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa. Welcome back to Out There. Okay, I have to talk about this movie. I love it because it is a combination of, I'd say, like a Thelma and Louise meets True Romance. I'm talking about Frank and Penelope.
Can I help you? Just looking for a room.
Honeymoon suite if you got one.
And I have two of the amazing cast members here on the show. How are you both? How are you, Donna? Caylee, how's it going?
Hey, Melissa. Thanks for having us on.
Let's start with you first, Caylee, because you play a stripper that Frank, meets. And what was it about this character in the script that just really you gravitated to?
The vernacular. After meeting and getting to know Sean, I see a lot of, the way that he speaks, which is a very poetic and interesting and captivating dialogue, especially between the characters.
And what about for you, Donna?
Well, what interested me when I first saw my character, I really loved it and the whole breakdown of my character because she was described as someone who used to be attractive, and you could kind of tell that at one point in time she used to be attractive, but she had fallen into this cult, and just sort of like what Caylee was saying, the way that the dialogue was written, I just was really drawn to it.
My grandfather was trapped underneath that mine. He survived by eating those sinners.
Frank and Penelope find themselves in the middle of miles from civilization. You guys shot this in Texas in what is legitimately called a ghost town. So how did you guys bond, or what were some of the challenges about, shooting in no land?
Well, kind of that. There's not a whole lot to do. There's no grocery stores. There's nothing to do. I think there was maybe 2 restaurants, and we really relied on each other to have social interaction. And that, we did bond. We kind of were our family away from home.
I'm vegan for the most part, and there wasn't a lot of vegan options.
Yeah, me
not
too.
A lot of fresh vegetables or fruit. It was difficult.
We save souls from eternal damnation.
This movie does have a lot of layers. Have you guys seen it, and are you both performers that can step back and look at your work, or are you like, no, I don't want to see that?
I think when I was watching the movie with an audience, a lot of the times I would just be like, oh my God, I can't believe she's doing that right now. Is she really going to do that? Oh my God. Was she really going to take off his ring with her mouth? And then I was like, oh, that's me. You do something in the moment because it feels right. Or, you get a direction and you're like, yeah, that sounds great. I'll try that. And then afterwards you're like, if I was in that scenario, what would I do? And I don't think I would do that.
Right.
I don't think I would end up in a strip club.
And so what about you, Donna, when you watch yourself on the screen? It's kind of interesting that Caylee's like, wow, look at what that character is doing. It's like, oh, that's me. How do you feel about looking at yourself?
I really enjoy doing the work, but I don't love watching myself on screen at all. And I avoid it at all costs. But when I have to attend a premiere or something, I'll sit and I'll watch it. And I love watching the film and everybody else. I was there watching them on set, but watching my parts are really hard.
So tell me, how long until you become one of us?
Caylee, you come from theater. Did that in any way kind of help sort of, your transition to, from stage to screen?
Yeah, totally. I think the only difference with a play and a film is that they shoot out of order. You can experience your arc fluidly, but when you're doing a film, you have to remember okay, this is where my character is about to hit the climactic scene, and this is the end of the movie. She's become a different person.
Donna, we know you from you also have a diverse resume, but do you both find that the industry does have some kind of typecasting because people, they know that you're good at these kind of roles, so you keep getting those kind of roles, right?
I think so, at least in my case, and in many cases. But I think it can be done. I think that it kind of takes a long time, because once the public and your fans latch on to a certain view of you, they don't want to let go of that view, and that's just how they see you, and that's it.
She and I have a love not even death could steal.
You know, like a lot of actors, they get into their roles by putting a playlist of what their character might, you know, listen to. And I might have read somewhere that the director did something like that.
It was like sort of like just a playlist in general for the movie.
So share with us a song that was relevant to the movie that the director wanted you guys to get into the zone.
Oh God, now you're gonna call me out. There were so many songs on that thing.
Yeah, there's that song that's like Cosmic Dancer. They actually got the rights to that one too. And Donna's son actually scored the soundtrack for the movie.
Yeah, he did.
What? Nice. Oh my, you must be so proud of that. Oh, wow.
He's scoring a lot of films, and then this is the first one he's ever scored that I happen to be in.
Lovely to have you both on the show. Thank you for sharing your experience on the film, Frank and Penelope. Everyone, check it out. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on social media at Melissa DiMarco for more exclusive content with your favorite celebs. I'll see you guys out there.